The first time I've ever run Facebook ads in my entire life was maybe in 2013 or 2012, but I used to own a blog and I wanted to gather more followers on my blog Facebook page. Well, yeah, back then Facebook pages were very popular and we used to build very big pages. Anyway, I wanted to gather more followers, so I started running ads on Facebook. And back then, Facebook ads were practically very few clicks. You choose the country, I recall, maybe the post that you want to boost, and that's it. You were able to, I think, to boost a post from a Facebook page, and that's it. So this was my first experience. Fast forward from this moment, maybe a few months or maybe a year, I'm not very sure about this. I was building up a business with my friend where we were selling a digital product and a service. And we decided to start exploring Facebook ads as a way to attract people, to bring traffic, to bring leads, and so on. And I recall also that the platform was already changing at this stage. I'm telling you all of this to let you know that I've been using Facebook ads for a very long time. And I've been there when the platform was super, let's say, simple. And also I was there when things got complicated and we started creating campaigns and ad sets and doing interest targeting and lookalikes and retargeting. And I was also there when the Apple privacy hit us and changed the full marketing things. And I was also there when the algorithm became super smart with the AI, and when all the marketing, once again, all the digital marketing through Facebook and Instagram totally changed. And through all of these changes, the way we run ads has continuously changed, because with every new thing that was happening, whether new privacy rules or maybe the AI or how the algorithm changed and so on, or even how we as customers changed, we needed as marketers to change how we run ads. But only one thing stayed consistent through all of these changes. Running Facebook and Instagram ads is risky, and if you don't know what you are doing, if you don't know how to run your ads, depending on which, let's say, historical phase you are, you might lose a lot of money. And I have lost a lot of money on Facebook and Instagram ads through these years because I needed to lose money in order to understand how I will be able to make my ads successful once again. If you are facing this problem, if your Facebook ads are not converting well or they are not converting as well as you want them to be, I want to tell you that you are not alone. We have been all there. At some point, all of us were facing this problem. Actually, every brand might face this problem. It's not something, let's say, extraordinary or it's something that's too bad. It's normal. It's part of the process. In this video, I'm gonna give you some advices that, in my opinion, are going to affect a lot the way you run ads and how quickly you can make your ads profitable. I know how hard it is to see your money being lost on ads. I know that the feeling is not nice, and I know that it is overwhelming, especially if you own a small business, especially if you are just starting out and you have a limited budget. But also I know that these platforms are super important, that running ads on Facebook and Instagram is super important if you are looking to grow your business and to scale it more and more. I've been there, so don't let your negative feelings affect you. Don't let your negative feelings stop you. What I'm going to give you in this video are very practical tips that will change the way you run ads, and I'm pretty sure they are going to help you to make your ads perform better. Remember, we've been all there. You're not alone. You're not the only person who's facing this problem. I've faced this problem so many times before, and I know exactly how it feels. Okay, so it's not rocket science. It's not that difficult. If you know how to run ads in the right way, you will be able to make your ads successful. You will be able to make them profitable. Just watch this video, try to think about all the things that I'm going to talk about and try to apply them to your business. And by the way, I want to mention something. If you are starting to run ads now, I want to tell you that you are very lucky, because now ads are the less complicated ever in their entire life. Okay, ads used to be very complicated a few years ago, like setting up campaigns and interests and ad sets. were really complicated things and you needed to do a lot of work there. Now running ads is super simple. And if you know how to read your data, if you know how to read your ads, your numbers are going to tell you what are the things that you need to fix and how to fix them. So basically, the only skill that you should have is your ability to read your numbers. Well, yes, there is another skill that you must have, and we are going to talk about it at the end of this video, but the first most important skill is to read and analyze your data in the right way. Now let me start first by talking about a very important point that so many people miss. I'm a very big fan of Facebook and Instagram ads, and I have been a very big fan of them for a very long time. But I must admit that these platforms, these ads, perform better for some products compared to other products. But some products are really meant for these platforms and they just perform very well super quick. And let me tell you more about this. If you are selling a product that solves a problem where your customers or your potential customers can visually see the problem being solved, your product is going definitely to perform very well on Facebook and Instagram ads, as long as it caters for a very broad audience and so many people are interested about buying it. If you are catering for a very, very small audience, in this case, it's harder. So let me give you an example. If you are selling, for example, a supplement for dogs, and I have actually worked with this client and we have made a lot of amazing results on Facebook and Instagram ads. So we were selling a supplement for dogs and practically we were able to create video ads where we show the transformation of the dogs before taking the supplement and after taking the supplement. And these visual results helped us to directly build up authenticity and to directly being able to convince our potential customers to buy our supplement. So if you sell a product that solves a problem and people can visually see the transformation, in this case, your product could be a perfect fit for Instagram and Facebook ads. Or if you are selling a product that is so special to the point that it can go viral. Okay, it doesn't need practically to solve a problem, but it could be very bold or very different or caters for a lot of people. Maybe it's very TikTok friendly, let's say. In this case, also your product is going to perform very well on Facebook and Instagram ads, because if a product has already the viral effect, the organic viral effect, definitely it's going to perform well on Facebook and Instagram ads. So if you're selling, for example, a makeup brush that's very different or that has something special on it that your customers can see through the video ads, this is, for example, something that can go viral on social media, and definitely it can go viral on ads. Okay, the third case, and you need to combine all of these elements at the same time. Okay, you can't differentiate one of them. It's all a system that works together. But selling a product that's not too expensive, so let's say around $50, below $50, also helps a lot. I will give an example of $50 limit, but it depends on where you are selling. So if you are selling in Europe, the limit would be lower than if you are selling, for example, in the USA, where they have a higher purchasing power. Okay, but anyway, there is a limit. After this limit, people will start thinking more before purchasing a product. So if you are sitting at your sofa, watching Netflix, scrolling, and you saw an ad of a product that's for $20, let's say, or $30 or $40, and it solves a problem that you have, okay, you might buy this product directly without even thinking twice, because the price is low and it's not a very big investment, so it's fine. So even if the product doesn't solve the problem, it's not the end of the world. But if you are selling something for $500, in this case, you need to convince me more, because this is a very big investment. This is where I need to be, let's say, I need to make a very big commitment. So I need to make sure that my decision is the right decision. And in this case, you might even notice that people are making the decision on their desktops instead of making it on their mobiles, because they needed to do competitors' research and make sure that your product is going to solve their problem. Also, there is something very important that you must keep in mind. The niche your niche, your business niche, is going to greatly affect how people interact with your products and how easy or difficult selling your products on social media is going to be. Because if you are selling something medical, for example, even if it's not very expensive, people are very cautious about like taking stuff or pills or stuff like that. Even selling those on Facebook ads is much more complicated than selling, for example, a brush. Okay, so also your niche or your product type is going to affect the results. So selling desserts on Facebook, for example, is definitely easier than selling supplements for people. So your niche is going to affect also how easy and quick your ads are going to become profitable. Also keep in mind that some niches are totally not acceptable on Facebook, or they are very, let's say, on the limit. So if you are selling something related to weight loss or stuff like that, this is very tricky and you can easily get banned and flagged and so on. Let's assume you are not selling any of these tricky products. Still, if you are selling something in the medical field, like let's say an inversion table or something to like get rid of lower pain or something like this, also in this case, your customers, your potential customers will need more time in order to buy your products because they want to do their research, okay? So it's a decision that needs more consideration. Knowing all of this is extremely important because it's going to affect your ads and it's going to put you in the right mindset of what type of ads you need to create and how you should be introducing your product to the market. The next thing that you should know and you should keep in mind while you are running your ads is that your ad account history is going to affect a lot your results, also your business history in general. So let's say, for example, you have a Shopify store and you have 0 sales in there and you are just starting to run ads from scratch. It's way harder to make your ads convert if we compare you to the same store few months from this moment. Like if you have been running ads for a while, you already have like some sales, you already have an email list and so on. I'm not saying this to make you feel disappointed or to make you feel like uneasy because you are just starting out, but this is a fact and you need to keep in mind. And also I've worked with clients where we started from like 0 sales, almost 0 sales, and we were able to make our ads profitable. I'm just telling you this so you know, and we were able to make them profitable in a short time, but I'm just telling you this so you know that the longer you run ads on Facebook and Instagram, the better your results are going to be, because the more the algorithm knows about you, about your products, and most essentially about who your potential customers are, the better your results are going to be. But not only this, also over time, by spending money on ads, by like creating different, let's say, ads and angles and like working with different content creators, you will be able to figure out what resonates best with your audience. And at this point, you will be able to continue like working in this direction. That's why I told you data is super important. Okay, so the few weeks or the few months of running ads are the months where you should be collecting data, where you should be doing your best in order to understand your market, your target audience, maybe even understand your products better and how they are going to help your customers better and what your customers care about the most. And also they are super important because during these months, you are going to learn how to run ads, and these months are going to get you more familiar with that platform and they are going to make you actually a marketer. The more you give yourself and the algorithm time, the better your results are going to be. Okay, remember the algorithm is going to learn from everything, from your website, from your email list, from your ads, and based on all of these, let's say, findings, they will be refining the campaigns in order to reach your potential customers. So I told you like a few minutes ago that this is the best moment to start running ads, and you are the luckiest because you are starting ads at this moment. And I wasn't bluffing, because running ads now is super simple. It's just about the videos that you are going to create, nothing else. On this YouTube channel, there is a video where I talked in detail about like the structure that you need to use in your ad account. And if you have watched this video, or even if you won't watch it after this one, in this video, I tell you about like 2 campaigns, only 2 campaigns that you need to create. And basically, in these campaigns, we are not doing anything but setting up the ads. So all the work that you should be doing is going to be on the type of videos that you are going to create. And through these videos, by reading these videos, Facebook is going to decide, and through by reading your data, Facebook is going to decide who your potential customers are, and Facebook will start testing by those people, and slowly over time, the algorithm will know more and will know who your potential customers exactly are. So the videos you create are super important. So let's say, for example, you are selling makeup, and the makeup that you are selling is perfect for women over 40 years old. Okay, when you put within your video a lady, or when your content creator, the woman who's showing on your video ad is a woman of 40 years old, and in the text you put that your makeup is made for 40 years old woman, and your website also is stating the same thing, the algorithm will know that your target audience are women who are like at around 40 years old and they are interested in makeup. You don't need to feed Facebook these information anymore. You just need to include them naturally within your ads, and the algorithm will be reading all of this information, and based on this information will be deciding which audience to test first. So the video you are going to create is super important, but not only for the algorithm, also for your potential customers. Going back again to our example, if you are selling makeup for, let's say, 40 years old woman, you can't create a video ad where you are showing a woman in her 20s or a teenager girl. It doesn't make sense. The person who is going to show in your video ads should look a lot like your potential customers, because it's proven now that we react better, we, let's say, interact better with people who look more familiar, who look more like us. Let's say, for example, you sell a hairspray, okay? And this hairspray is perfect for, let's say, girls around the age of 10 years old, or between 5 to 10 years old. I'm a mom. I have 2 little daughters, and every single morning I have this problem of combing their hair. And oh my God, they start crying, they start blaming the universe, and all of these things. Okay, so I have a real problem. And my problem is, it's very difficult for me to comb my daughter's hair. Every single morning I lose time, and I lose patience, and I lose my mind over this. Okay, so if your product is going to solve my problem, you need in your video ad to show me how your product is going to solve my problem, and also you need to show me a mom who is facing the same problem and who was relieved by using your product. So the person showing in the video ad should look like me, should have my same problem, should have my same struggles. That's why I told you at the beginning of this video that selling a product that solves a problem is one of the easiest things that you can do on Facebook and Instagram ads. So the person you are going to put on your video ads should look like your potential customers. If you have no idea who your potential customers are, this is actually a little bit tricky, because you must know who they are. Go, sit down, think. If you have created this brand, most of the time you might be your customer avatar, because we like to do the things that we like. Okay, so when you started this business, most probably it started from an idea in your mind or from a passion or something like this. So ask yourself, are your potential customers like you? Are you your customer avatar? If this is the case, this is perfect, because it means that you know your customers very well. If this is not the case, think about who are your potential customers. And for some products, you might find different potential customers, and in this case, you need to create different videos that cater for these different audiences. So for example, I was working with a brand where we were selling a beverage. It's a healthy beverage that can like boost energy and stuff like that. It's organic, it's clean, and blah, blah, blah. And we knew that our customer avatars are not exactly the same. So we have the woman who goes to yoga classes, we have the fitness man, we have the older people, and so on. So we divided our strategy based on our different potential customers, and we created ads to cater to all of them. And in this case, what happened is that we started running ads, and we noticed, for example, over time, that older people are our, let's say, most engaging customers. So we doubled down on this angle. So define who your potential customers are and try to show them in your video. This is super important. If you are not doing this, this might be the reason why your ads are not converting. Okay, also there is something very important. I think that everyone should know it, but somehow we always miss it. Okay, somehow, I'm not sure why. Your video should be super catchy and it should look very authentic. You can't force it to be authentic. It should look authentic. That's why I always tell my clients that the best people to talk about their products should be their previous customers, people who already used the product and saw that this product is a good one. So one of the things that I highly recommend you is to go back to your old customers and find the ones that loved your products the most and try to convince them to create videos for your products. The videos doesn't need to be very complicated. You can simply ask them to create reviews, testimonials, and things like that and use them within your ads. Okay, going back again to the dog supplement brand that I was working with, one of our most performing ad types was the testimonials and reviews, because we were able to show the dog before and after. Then we were showing the face of the dog owner talking about like the supplement and how the supplement changed their dogs and helped them. When you understand your customer's avatar very well, okay, you will be able to create good videos that resonate with them. If you are selling a mom, for example, you would sell me in a totally different way than if you are selling, for example, a man who goes to the gym every single day. I go to the gym every single day. Anyway, a man who's into, let's say, hiking and who's very outdoorsy and so on and doesn't have kids. Okay, so when the customer avatar your customer avatar is going to define the ads that you are going to create and what you are going to put within these ads, okay? Because the way you are going to script your ads is super important. After choosing the right, let's say, person to create your ads, you need also to talk about the right things within these ads. Okay, as a mom, I have my own problems. I have the problem of combing my daughter's hair. I have the problem of time, for example. I have a problem with how much time they spend on, for example, on their iPads. I have a problem with chocolates. Oh my God, I have so many problems. Okay, if you are trying to sell me, for example, organic chocolate for kids, or if you are trying to sell me, for example, a game where, for example, they can spend a lot of time instead of spending their time on iPads, or if you are selling me, for example, a game that can get them distracted for a longer time, in this case, you need to tell me about these things. You need to make me feel that this video is very relevant to me, that this ad is very relevant to me, that this woman within the video has the same problems and she is feeling the same way as I'm feeling and she is looking for the same things I'm looking for. I'm gonna give you an example. Actually, this was a brand that I worked with like a few years ago. We were selling toys for kids, okay? And I was a new mom back then, and one of the things that made me super frustrated was those games where you have like a lot of pieces and you always like find them all around the house, okay? So I recommended my client back then to create a package for every toy they have, so the mom can simply like tidy everything up, put them in the, let's say, the cabinet, they will look nice. She wouldn't have this problem of like having pieces everywhere, okay? And we ran ads for our product using this angle. We showed a mom that our toy is not only amazing and that it's going, like, say, to distract the kids and educate them and blah, 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 but also we showed them that when they finish playing, the box is perfect because it's magnetic, everything is going to fit inside, she's gonna close it and everything will look clean after. Okay, this was actually something that resonated a lot with our target audience and we were able to make this ad very profitable, this angle very profitable. So every potential customer, every product in every niche will have different angles or different aspects of how you can sell it. Okay, maybe you can sell your toy because it's perfect to distract kids and make them spend less time on their iPads. Maybe you can use the angle of educating your kids. Maybe you can use the angle of a game that you can play with your kids together without like feeling bored or something like this. or maybe you can play the angle of a gift or so on. Okay, so you need to think about your product and the different angles of how you can sell this product, and you need to script your videos in a way that feel very relatable to your customer avatar. I know that most probably you know the importance of benefits, and you have heard it so many times before. You need to focus on your product benefits, not on your product features. This is actually super important. It's much more important than you ever think. But there is also another level to the benefits, and those are the feelings, okay? How this product is going to help me in my everyday life, how your product is going to change my life. When you can tick all of these boxes, when you can prove to me that your product is trustworthy, that your product is going to work, that your product is going to solve my problem, I'm going to buy it. And at this stage, price is just going to be one step. It's not going to be like a big problem. If I'm convinced, if I can see your product as a solution for what I have, or as an upgrade to my current situation, I would definitely pay for it. Now, once you make sure that your video ads are well done, that you have the right customer avatar in your ads, that you have scripted your ads in a way that feel very relevant to your potential customers, your next step is to start running those ads and analyzing the results. The only way to know if your ads are going to perform well or not is by running them and see how they performed. I'm not sure if you have heard of this before. If not, this is a good moment to mention this. For every ad, you have like basically three parts. You have the hook, which is the first few seconds of the ad. Then you have the content of the ad, which is the body. Then you have the call to action. And you need to reach a point where you master these three parts. So first, you need your potential customers to stop scrolling when they are on Instagram or Facebook and watch your ad. So your hook, or the first few seconds of your video ad, are extremely important, okay? Because if they don't stop, they are not going to watch the ad and they are not going to go to the website, okay? So the hook, then we have after it the body. The body is super important because, okay, you hooked them, you made them stop scrolling. Now you need to keep them engaged in order to reach the end of the video. First, because you want them to get familiar with the product, to know more about your product, and finally because you want them to reach the final part of the video where you invite them to go to the website to buy your product. If you are not using this structure for your ads, this might be one of the reasons why your ads are not converting, and that's why I highly recommend you to start scripting your next ad based on this: hook, body, call to action. Okay, the hook could be simply like POV, or could be simply, for example, calling out all moms out there. But the best hooks I'm seeing performing now are the hooks that are both visual and also like written. So let's say if you are starting a video with a sentence, you need also to have something visually that's attractive, that stops people from scrolling. When it comes to the body, one of the things that I highly recommend you to do is to keep the pace super quick. So you can change scenes, use B-rolls, and so on. I like to use the rule of the 3 seconds. So every 3 seconds, I do something. Either I change angle, or I change scenes, or something like this. And at the end, you have the call to action. And the call to action is actually the easiest part. If you have an offer, you need to mention the offer, and you need to invite them to go to the website to check your product. So again, hook, body, call to action. Okay, this is how you should be structuring your video ad. I'm talking a lot about video ads because remember, I told you, now it's all about the ads you are running. Setting up the campaigns is super easy. You just need to do some few clicks. Again, you can watch this video to see how to set up your campaigns, but the real work is going to happen in your ads. If you are not familiar with filming videos, you can always hire content creators to help you, or work with, let's say, your old customers if they accepted to film videos for you or film testimonials for you. When you master this part, or actually you don't need to master it because you are going to master it over time, but let's say when you follow these, let's say, strategies, you will be able to create video ads that are worth your money. They are worth being, let's say, tested on your campaigns. Okay, once you set up your campaigns, I highly recommend you to keep your ads running for at least 7 days before judging them. Even if this is your not first time running ads, maybe you already have some ads within your account that are not running now and you are wondering why they are not converting. Well, the data within your Facebook Ads Manager is going to tell you everything, okay? For every part of the video. So we talked about hook, body, and we talked about the call to action. Okay, for every part of this video, there are metrics within Facebook Ads Manager that will tell you if these parts are performing well. So we have a metric that will measure if the hook is performing well or not. We have a metric that is going to tell us that if people are actually watching the video, if it's engaging or not. We have a metric that's going to tell us if people are taking action and going to the website after watching the video, because at the end, there is no point if they don't go to the website or the shop after watching the video. So what you need to do is to understand these metrics and compare your ads one to each other. Last week, actually, during a coaching session, I was doing the same exercise with one of my clients, okay? And we were seeing the ads and we noticed, for example, that for one ad, our hook rate was amazing. So the hook was performing very well. For another ad, the engagement was amazing. People were watching the full ad. And for a third ad, the call to action was performing very well. So what we decided to do was to combine all of these three elements on our new set of videos. So we thought, what made this hook special? Okay. What made this body special? What made this call to action special? And now in our next videos, the ones that we are going to test next, we are going to try to combine all of these best things in one video or in multiple videos. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you that your data is going to tell you everything. If you are not seeing sales, you need to see what's happening wrong with your video ads. Because if you have the right customer avatar, if you have the right script, if you have the right messaging within your ads, maybe the execution is not very well done, or maybe you need to improve any of these parts. That's where data is going to play a very big role. If, for example, you continuously tested an angle, starting by the hook, let's say you started always your videos with calling out moms, or let's say with playing on the lower back pain relief angle, and your ads are not performing well, this is going to tell you that actually your potential customers don't care about this point. You need to find another angle, another door to enter to their lives. So you need to think about a different way to sell them this product. Through running video ads, through trying different angles, through trying different scripts, you will understand what works for your customers, and you will be able to duplicate this work in your future videos. So if your ads are not converting well or not converting as well as you want them to be, you need to go back to your ads manager and read your data and try to understand why your ads are not performing well. Also, if you want to know more about how to analyze your ad results, there is this video on this YouTube channel where I go all technical. I show you all the metrics step by step, and I highly recommend you to watch it. It might be one of the most valuable videos on this YouTube channel. So please watch it, and I'm pretty sure it's going to change the way you look at ads and the way you run ads. And by the way, this video is not yet finished. We still have a lot of things that might be affecting your ads and not making them convert. And we are going to discuss them now. But before doing this, and if you are liking this video, don't forget to smash the like button, to subscribe to my channel, and to hit the notification bell, because by doing so, you will get a notification every time I publish a new video. And also, before moving forward with our topic, I want to invite you to sign up to the free workshop I'm currently offering. In this workshop, I show you the exact framework that you should be applying to your business in order to make it strong and sustainable. This is a totally free workshop and you don't need to pay any dollar. So if you are looking to grow your business, to scale it, and to make it a strong, sustainable e-commerce business, a real brand, I highly recommend you to go down to the description and to sign up. Remember, it's totally free and you don't need to pay any dollar. And now let's get back to our Facebook ads topic. Now that you know what type of ads you should be running, and how you should be structuring your ads, and how you should be thinking while running your ads, there is something super important that so many brands miss. And it's actually, if we want to divide like this into steps, it should be step 1, and it is your website. If you notice that you are receiving a lot of traffic on your website, but you are not making sales, most probably the problem might be in your website. If you are running ads to an e-commerce store, my all-time recommendation is to only run sales ads, sales campaigns. Never run any other type of campaigns unless you are spending thousands of dollars every month on ads. Yes, in this case, maybe you can dedicate a small budget for traffic, then you do something else to retarget them and so on. But for most businesses, in most cases, the only type of campaigns that you should be running are sales campaigns and Advantage Plus campaigns, and that's it, nothing else. Okay, so if you are running those ads, if you are not using any targeting, because this is what I recommend you to do, is to keep your targeting as broad. But even if you are using targeting, the algorithm should be able by itself to show your ads to the relevant people. So if your ad is done well, if it actually showcases your product, if it's related to your product, and if you are running sales campaigns, in this case, the traffic that you should be receiving on your store should be a good traffic, a traffic that's willing to convert and buy from you. If you are running traffic campaigns, this is not gonna be the case, because when you run traffic campaigns, you are basically asking Facebook to drive traffic to your store. You didn't ask Facebook for sales, okay? So if you are looking for sales, and most probably you are looking for sales, you need to run sales campaigns. So in this case, Facebook should be giving you like good potential customers, okay? After reading your video, after understanding what you sell, they should give you good potential customers. So if you have a very low conversion rate, if your ads are not converting well at all, the problem might be in your website. In this case, you need to look at your landing pages, exactly the landing pages you are using in your ads. So when you run ads, you are basically either highlighting a product or a collection. So most probably you are either leading them to a collection page or to a product page. I usually recommend to lead customers to a product page, and in very few cases to a collection page. But let's say you are leading them to the product page. So you need to ask yourself, what's going wrong at this level? What's going wrong with the product page, and why your potential customers are not being convinced? Why they are not buying your products? And when it comes to optimizing your product pages, there are thousands and thousands of strategies and things that you can test. But if I want to name one thing that actually will make a very huge difference, or actually two things, the first thing would be making sure that your product page has all the needed information, that it replies to all the questions that your potential customers might have. This is first. The second thing would be reviews, okay? If your customers are not buying your product, most probably there is a trust issue. Either they are not trusting you, or they are not trusting the product. And the only way to solve the trust issue is by showing reviews, is by showing that other people actually bought your product and they have used it and they have liked it. So I highly recommend you to include reviews and testimonials within your product page. They will make a very huge difference when it comes to conversion rate. Your ad job is to drive people from Facebook and Instagram toward your store. Your store job is to convince them to buy from you. Okay, so it's very essential to make sure that your product pages are optimized, that you have all the needed information in there, and that you have trust embedded in these pages. So if your customers are not buying, it's either they don't understand the product or they don't trust it. So you need to fix these problems. Okay, this is super important, and in many cases, this is gonna be where the real problem is. Okay, so if your ads are performing well, if you are being able to drive traffic, if your click-through rate on Facebook is good, and you're not paying too much for your clicks in there, and still you are not seeing sales, most probably the problem is within your landing page, within your product pages. Okay, also one thing that you can do, and is going to improve your ads performance very well, is to make sure that you have a welcome offer when someone lands on your product page, because in this way you can capture their email addresses and send them a coupon code or a gift or something, and you can follow up with them. Okay, because following up through ads is one thing, but following up through emails is also something very important. So in this case, you will have different channels to connect with your potential customers, and in this way you have more chances of convincing them to buy your product. The final thing I want to talk about in this video is actually the most important thing, and maybe I should have started this video with it, but anyway, we are here now. And in order to explain this point to you very well, I want to tell you about something that happened with me in the past years. And actually, I'm going to compare two of my old clients. I'm not gonna name names or something, but I want to compare them because comparing them is going to help you understand this point even better. So, I've worked with so many clients in my life, but these two clients, they were selling in almost the same niche, and they were two totally different people with two totally different mindsets, okay? One of them, she was selling makeup and skincare, and the other one was only selling skincare. Okay, so the niche is very similar. They are almost like the same, catering to the same audience. The client who's selling skincare was selling products that are organic, clean, they check all the boxes, so they were amazing. My client who was selling makeup and skincare, her products were clean, but they weren't like, let's say, organic and all of these things. They were natural, so they didn't have certification or something like this. And also they were more catering toward, like, let's say, improving toward makeup more than the skincare area itself. Okay, so I worked with these two clients, and for both clients, we were selling in the USA. With the first client, the one who's selling skincare products, in my opinion, her products have a lot of potential, because I'm talking like a few years back, organic skincare products weren't, let's say, as popular, and you can't easily find them as much as you find them now. So she has this advantage angle, and she was somehow famous, and actually very famous people were using her products. Now, compared to my other client, she was also selling very good products. She wasn't famous. Her products were very good, but she didn't have like very big names using her products. So we started running ads for both clients, and they were maybe a few months in difference, or maybe a year in difference between these two clients. So with this client, who in my opinion has less special products than my first client, we were able to make our ads profitable and to scale them within months. With this second client, we weren't able to do that easy. And the main difference between these two clients, although I believe that the first one had better products and better positioning in the market and even better ads, okay, was their mindset. Client B didn't mind risking money in order to run successful ads in the future. She has the right mindset. She knew that in order to be able to make her ads profitable, she needs to go like the extra step. She needs to take more risks. So she took the risks. The first client has a different mindset. She is used to selling her products without spending a lot because she's famous. She has like famous clients, so she was okay with it. But once she started like running ads and she started spending, she had a lot of fears and she wasn't sure what she should be doing, okay? So to her, running ads was super scary, and it took us literally, and it took me literally weeks to convince her that she needs to change her mindset in order to be able to make her ads successful. We need to invest in learning. We need to invest in running campaigns in order to reach the numbers and the stage where those ads are 100% profitable. So the difference in mindset between these two clients affected a lot the results of these two brands. And with client B, we were able to scale way quicker than with client A. So I'm telling you this because I want you to know that your mindset is going to greatly affect your ads results, because it's going to greatly affect how you are running your ads and how you are managing your ads. If you want to run successful Facebook and Instagram ads, having the right mindset is super important. If you are thinking I'm gonna run ads for a few days and stop, please don't run ads. If you are going to think that I'm going to run ads for a few weeks and stop, please don't run ads. Running ads is exactly like going to the gym. Okay, you can't go to the gym for a few days or for a few weeks and stop. If you want to build muscles, if you want to make your body more fit, if you want to become a healthier person, if you want to look better, You need to go to the gym every single day or to be at least consistent with it. It's the same with ads. You can't stop working out or you will lose your muscles, and you can't stop running your ads, because if you stop running your ads and you only run them for a short time, you will not see results and you will not allow the algorithm to learn and improve. Okay, so you need to think about ads as a long-time strategy. Even with TikTok ads, even with PMax campaigns, with everything that you are doing, you need to think about your ads as long-term strategies. Okay, so you are not there for 1 day or 2 days. You are there until these campaigns are profitable and until you are able to scale your business. And this confidence can only come from someone who believes in their products and someone who is willing to risk in order to improve the business and scale it. So please don't be scared of Facebook and Instagram ads. Just do everything I told you about in this video. Follow all of these recommendations. Make sure that your video ads are very well done. Make sure that you are reading and analyzing your data in a very good way. Make sure that your product pages are well optimized, and I'm pretty sure you will reach a point where your Facebook ads are profitable and you will be able to grow your business more and more with them. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it will help you to improve your Facebook ads results. If your ads are not converting well, or if you are seeing numbers that you don't really like on Facebook and Instagram Ads Manager, it's totally fine. Just make sure never to stop. Make sure to apply everything that you have learned in here in order to be able to improve these numbers. Remember, if it was super easy, everyone would have been able to build a business and make it successful. Okay, only people who are willing to risk, to learn, and to try are the ones who are going to succeed. So make sure that you are one of them.